Alright guys, welcome back. This is Board Game Hero and I'm going to unbox this quickly. One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows expansion. This is a standalone expansion which you can play on its own and you can integrate it with One Deck Dungeon. And I have One Deck Dungeon here and I'm quite enjoying it. Really, this is really good. This is a good solo game. I'm currently in the middle of a campaign now. This is my progress and I hope to integrate Forest of Shadows with this and start a new campaign using new heroes. And maybe I will use two heroes this time. But now, let's open. I also want to see what's inside this game. What's inside this box. Right? Well, I bought this from Miniature Market and the I don't know what it's called. The shrink wrap is quite loose. A little bit. And you can see the box is open. But let's see what's inside and what's causing it to be like that. Shrink wrap is gone. We can see what's inside now. It's easy to open. I don't know why. It's quite loose. Okay. Fresh smell of new board game. This is an adventure guide. Gives you the rules here, 1.6 rules, and I think I have the 1.6 rules before. But there are some new rules here, including the poison and a story mode. So there's a few new rules I need to learn about this one. Forest of Shadow expansion rules. Right, and then we have a new set of campaign sheet. And let's see if I have new skills included here. So start each game. This is the same. It's the same. It's the same. Okay, this is new. This is new. It gives you on the perils. It gives you skill on the perils. This is new. Alright. Some of these skills are new. Awareness, aggression, savvy. I don't know if I can integrate that together with the existing campaign sheet. I'm gonna show you now. Right, so this is the old campaign sheet from the base game. We have here healing, combat, and dungeon. And this is pretty much no, it's not the same. It's way different. And I hope I can integrate that so I can have a couple more skills to use when leveling up. Alright, so let's go to the characters. It's plastic wrap, not ziplock. That's new. First time I experienced this one. Right? This is disposable. We have guide for boss fight, which I have before already. Basically, it's the same, but we have a new skill here, which is cure, heal, or I don't know, water anytime. So this is new. I have to read that. This is the turn reference. And we have new characters. The pretty ladies of One Deck Dungeon. We have a hunter here with her pet wolf companion. We have a druid here. Transformation. I think he transforms into different animals, and she has Lilia, a bird companion. The other one has wolf companion, and the name is Era, wolf companion. Probably a female also. While we have Warden here, she doesn't have a companion. She have great knowledge, and she has 4 swords here. Interesting character. We have a Slayer, equivalent of Rogue, I suppose. Yep. And what do we have? She has Whirlwind skill here. What else? We have an Alchemist. She can mix some potions. And she's using an enchanted crease. I'm not sure if the characters from the base game has included abilities here, and I will check later after looking at the heroes. And we have Kaliana. I believe she is a free character from the website that you can download. but now they included it in the game. This is Kaliana, Fairy Fire, and Whimsicality. She has, whoa, 5 magic dice. Nice. Right, so those are your characters. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. And let me check the old game for some skills. Right, so these are the characters from the base game, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Forest of Shadows has one more hero than the base game, and yes, they have skills as well. I just forgot about that. Right, so let's move on. Okay, first thing I noticed here is they have a green wooden token here, and I believe that's the poison that will represent how much poison your character is taking every turn, or I don't know. Let me read that. But that's I know there's poison mechanic here, and I think these green tokens represent those effects, right? But other than that, it's the same. You have potions and you have health markers, right? Let's put it back. Right, I'm more excited to see the monsters. I'm not going to look into the dice, but I'm gonna show you quickly. This is the dice. It's the same as the base game. Nothing changed. Yeah, nothing changed. It's the same number. Now we're going to open this one. The shrink wrap is very loose. I don't know why, but right, let's open. We have first boss here, the Phoenix. Phoenix. Oh, exciting. Let's look at. Okay, we have one boss included in this expansion, and that is the Phoenix. What's the Phoenix skill? It only has 2 health, but deals 1 damage. Deal 1 damage to the Phoenix if all damage are covered, 0 otherwise. So it's hard to damage the Phoenix. You have to cover this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's easy. It's 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, but you have to defend yourself unless you will get 6 damage. Right? So that is the Phoenix. Let's see the dungeon of the Phoenix. So first, let me see. Where's that turn? Right. First, you will have sweltering heat that will make it hard immediately for combat. To finish a combat, you will have a blue. You will have to have a blue die or a yellow die, which is value 3. On the peril, you will have a shield value here, which requires you to put a dice here first before moving on. That's already hard. Let's go to the second level. When you unlock the second level, black dice cannot be placed in boxes with shield. Okay, and you have 5 here and another die agility here of 3. And the last one, terrifying screech. All trees rolled are immediately discarded. Wow, that will hurt you here. Wow, how do you do that? So you have to roll 4 in order to cover these boxes. Wow, that is hard. Makes me want to try it. Okay, once you pass that, you will fight the Phoenix. Okay, that is the boss. We have a couple of cards here. A couple of new cards, actually. Let me take this one first. Alright. That is the dungeon. These are extra cards that are important. We have guide for a hybrid dungeon. And a poison reference here. Hybrid dungeon means combining Forest of Shadows with the base game. You take half of the card there, half of the card here, mix it together, and then you have a hybrid dungeon. Right? So that's how you mix the base game with the Forest of Shadow. And then, let's read it. And then the party must resist poison to attempt to resist poison. So this is the poison mechanic. Right? So whenever you explore, you have to resist poison. Or whatever that is. And then here is a poison reference. That's the card. That's a reference card. Next we have Hordes of Shadow. Use this side if playing a hybrid dungeon. One of the two groups must fill. This is for 4-player. This is for 4-player. Alright, this is only for 4 players. The rest is okay. Next, we have a couple of new basic cards. I hope it's new. We have basic potion. This is not basic skills. This is basic potion. So let's look at the basic skills first if there's something new. We have here, if choosing a peril option would cost more than 1 time, reduce it to 1. Okay, that's good. Oh, wow, that is good. You just sacrifice 1 yellow and you gain 2 trees. That is perfect for the Phoenix because you only discard trees that are rolled, and this one you will not have to roll. Next, we have an agility die for allowing you to reroll up to 3 of your dice in combat, by the way. Then 3 mana to reduce the difficulty of each shield box by 1 in combat. But remember, this one is not in combat. This is peril. So yeah, you'll have some difficulty with the Phoenix there. Then let's look at the basic potion here. Basic potion, increase 2 dice by 1 each. I don't like that. Next, before you roll to resist potion, automatically succeed instead. I like this one, antidote against the poison. Then ignore all consequences and discard the encounter card. This is also good. Rewind, allows you to rewind time. And lock, choose a value, reroll all of your dice of that value. This is nice. Instead of just rerolling all of your 1s and 2s, there's a potion for that, by the way. This one, you choose what value you will reroll. Okay, those are the basic skill and basic potion. Really interesting. I'm sure nothing changes here in the level up card, but it's worth a look. Let's have a look. So this is for 2-player, this is for 1-player. 1 item, 2 skills, still the same. Still the same, and still the same. Alright. Then let's go for the monsters. We have the stairs. Nothing changes here, I'm sure. Okay, nothing changed. We have an Indrax. Wow, is this a boss? Oh yes, it's a boss. We have more bosses here. I didn't know that. I thought we only have 1 boss. I think this is bonus. I think Kalyana and this one are free, printable from their website, but they included it in the Forest of Shadows, which is really good. I like it. This is free stuff. Okay, now let's move on to the real boss of this game. We have Indrax. I'm sorry. The Dungeon of Indrax is Dread 555. Oh, by the way, he is level 3 boss, which is hard. If there's only 1 pip, it's easy. Alright, so Dread, Embolden, and Insect Swarm. This is called Lair of Indrax. That's his dungeon. He has a 8 health, and any trees rolled are immediately discarded. This is hard. And wow, look at that. Next, we have the Fire Giant. This is maybe quite easy. How many pips is this one? Oh, 3 also. That's gonna be hard. But let's see. 4 damage, you have to block that one. But to damage him, oh, nice. If you cover this one, you damage him twice. But he has a life of 8. Remember that. And then roll dice for only half, rounded up, of each type of stat icon. Whoa! You only roll half of your dice? Wow. And his lair, his dungeon is Smoldering Ruins. You have Oppressive Heat on floor 1, Smolder on floor 2, and Raining Fire on floor 3. And all of those floors have their own effect. right? Fire Giant just kills your dice, you know. You just roll half of it, and for each floor, you have to remove one of your die from the game. Second die, and then heroic dice cannot be placed on this card. So he's a dice killer, this giant. Next, we have the Corrupted Tree. Let's look at the dungeon. This is 2, level 2 difficulty, and dungeon is Vile Roots. On floor 1, you have this sapling swarm, crawling vines, and cursed fog. And then the corrupted tree has 7 health, and if all damage boxes are covered, add 1. I think this is poison. Add 1 poison to a hero, or an I don't know. Yeah, probably poison. So you have to cover 14, 16, 18, and the rest you will get damage or poison. And that's a 6. That's hard to get. But I think this is doable. Right? The Vile Roots. Next we have 2 more bosses here. And I'm pretty sure this is a poison boss. Yep, he's a poison elemental, obviously. He has 9 It has 9 health. At the end of each round, exile 1 poison token. Exile, I think that's discard. But instead of discarding, just removing it from the game. I'm not sure. So you have to block this first, which is a shield box that is worth 15 points. And then, wow, this is hard. This game is hard. Or I'm just not that used to these kinds of bosses. Anyway, by the way, I already beat the Hydra and the Dragon. I haven't beaten the Minotaur and the other boss in the base game. So I have a lot to go. Okay, Realm of Venom. We have Poison Aura on the first floor. We have Quick Strike and Lethality. Those are the dungeon effects. And finally, we have the Madlands dungeon. The first floor, we have Sludge. It's harder to move, spend more time when you gain an item as a loot. Mud Shell, and then the third floor is a Rotten Depths. If an encounter's consequences include the poison, add 2 time on them. I think this is water, whatever, it's poison. And then the boss is a Mud Golem. This is an easy dungeon. It is only 1. Easy dungeon, Mud Golem. You have to cover 5, 5, 5, 20, 22, 6, 6. And then it has 12 health. At the start of each round, exile 4 dice. Exile, I think that's discard. That's imbalance if you do this. Anyway, so those are the boss. Really interesting bosses, and gives you more game in your one deck dungeon exploration. As for me, I have only beaten 2 bosses, and with these more bosses to defeat, it just gives me more reason to play this game, and I think it added 1 whole year of gaming into this small 2 boxes. Okay, let's have a quick look at some of the monsters. I don't want to look at all of it because I don't want to get spoiled. I want to see it when I start playing it. So I'm gonna take 1 stack from the middle, then look at it one by one. Okay, first we have Sharp Cliffs. This is it's not a peril. Yes, it's a peril. It's a peril. You can climb up or fly over. I think this is a new skill. Treat 1 challenge box as if it were any color. Nice. We have a Razor Bark. Razor Bark. Wound. You have to exile black and yellow dice. I've been reading this exile word, and I want to see it in the rule book. Just give me a moment. Okay, I am right. It's what I assumed. Exile means an exiled die or token is placed in the game box, unable for the remainder of the game. So that really affects the gameplay, unless you combine this dice set with the dice from the base game, because dice here are limited. Remember that. Next we have Razor Bark. Razorbark, what it is it is I don't know. Anyway, so you exile black and yellow when you encounter it. That's hard. Increase agility, strength, and magic each by one. We have a rockworm. Acid spray, place poison on a hero, and yeah. Nice. This one is nice. It allows you to prevent a wound and add a 6 to your dice. Next, we have a moss golem. That's a thick armor. I'm not gonna read it all. We have a bramble field. We have a vine trap. We have a goblin or goblin or goblin. I don't know. It looks cute, but not really. It looks scary. And then we have a trickster. Right. So all of the monsters are what do you call this? Forest or jungle monsters. It goes with the theme. So you can see the card back here. It has like green stuff here, which represents the forest. But I'm seeing a problem here. When you combine this with the base game, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a green on its back. And let me see. Let me take one card. Okay, so this is one card, for example. It doesn't have a green on its back. So when you're about to draw, when you're playing a hybrid dungeon, you have to combine this together. So when you have to draw, you will know if the card you're drawing or the door you're opening is a forest, a card, or a base game card. So it might give you an advantage or a disadvantage. I don't know. But it's also thematically correct. So when you have a door in front of you, if you see a grass on the door, you know that it's gonna lead you outside to the forest. And when you have a door that's really clean, you know it's gonna lead you inside a building, or in this case, a dungeon or a room. So it's no problem for me. It's even thematically perfect, right? So those are our monster cards. I just want to see one more, and this is a great spirit. This is new. It's a peril. It's not a monster, but it's a great spirit. So you can struggle free. I don't know what this means. Item or skill. Okay. If you do this, you will only get it for an item. If you do this, display prowess, you can get it for its skill. So this is nice, new mechanic here, and it's nice that that's the one I drew, so I can show it to you. So that's nice. I like it. So that is One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows unboxing. I can't wait to play this game, and I can't wait to mix it all together to play a hybrid dungeon. And also, this allows me to play the game up to 4 players. If I combine 2 decks, I can play it for 4 players. I've been playing this for solo, and it's quite fun. I have not tried playing it with 4 or 3 or 2, so I'm about to find out. And for now, that's it. That's the unboxing, and I appreciate these kinds of games. This really good production, and also the free stuff that I received, Phoenix and Kaliana. Right, so that's One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows standalone expansion by Asmadi Games. This is Board Game Hero. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.